Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Serving Supernatural. So I wasn't gonna make this video, let alone tonight. It's 2:35 in the morning. I just got home from work, well, like an hour ago. Had to charge my phone and get it ready to tell this story to you guys. I had a couple things happen to me tonight. Yes, all in one night. Alright, here it is. Completely normal shift. Until I notice emergency lights outside, fire trucks, paramedics, cops, all outside the restaurant. So they come into the restaurant, we ask what's going on. They say that they received an emergency alert from a device in this restaurant. So my manager does a couple laps, making sure all the guests are okay, make sure all the employees are okay. Everyone's fine. Nobody called the emergency alerts. Nobody called 911. No reason. Nobody could figure it out. Nobody took blame for this. If it was a phone, they could trace it. Didn't come from the restaurant's phone. We don't know. It got me thinking the rest of the night. Like, how does that even happen? I've literally been there for 5 years and nothing like that has ever happened. Then I kind of got like deja vu. The whole brigade showing up, the paramedics and everything, it reminded me of when the employee died in the restaurant. Then it got me thinking, when did that happen? May. What's today? May 7th. I don't particularly remember the date. I asked around, hey, do you remember when that employee died? Everybody said they remember it being in May, but they don't remember the date. So I'm pretty darn sure we're coming up close on the anniversary of that. Who knows if the ghost is indeed that employee, but it got me thinking that maybe the ghost was behind calling the paramedics. If it can manipulate things like the lights, can it manipulate things like an alarm system? I've heard stories like that before, of cops showing up to places for a false alarm that nobody called in. Who knows? Now, the next thing that happened, I mentioned in my last video, well, it's happening again. The bottles. Dude, it's been like well over a year since I've even paid attention to those bottles. Well, when I came in for my shift today, I noticed that the Hennessy bottle that we have up on the shelf was pushed over to the side and all the way to the edge of the shelf. So naturally I pushed it back. We had our big bosses there, so I'm trying to make the bar look nice and pretty. I straightened the bottle, just assuming that the bartender from the shift before me was too short to push it all the way back. So I went about my shift. Normal business, normal day. Paramedics showed up. Okay. So about 4 hours into my shift, I'm serving a table right outside the bar. Walk back into the bar, and I notice the bottle of Hennessy. It is pushed over to the side, all the way to the edge. Like, this time almost falling off the shelf. And I'm the only bartender. There's no reason I did not serve any Hennessy. It's not really the restaurant you go to order Hennessy at, so we don't use that bottle very often anyway. So I don't know why it moves. I even asked my manager, like, do you think these shelves like vibrate due to like restaurant action? Can you explain this? No, he couldn't explain it. He just kind of thinks I'm crazy though, so he just brushes it off and laughs at me. I spent another 4 hours in the bar, and this time I was kind of like keeping my eye on it, and it didn't move. It stayed in its place for the rest of those 4 hours. So from 4 to 8, it was misbehaving all over the place. And from 8 to midnight, it decided to just chill in place and just be cool and not move. If it was like someone like banging up against the wall and it just kind of like migrating its way over there, like, wouldn't it have done it later too? Wouldn't it do it always? Wouldn't it do it on other days too? Why today? Tonight was our night where we spray to prevent the bugs in the restaurant. I have to put everything away and cover everything in plastic. We were close to closing, and it had been about an hour since I had had a guest, or even since I had touched the computer register. I'm putting everything away in the bar, walking back and forth, okay? I go to one side, pick up 2 bottles, walk to the other side of the bar. As I pass the register, I take about 3 steps when I hear it click open. I look back, nobody's standing there, but the register is open. There's no reason. No transaction. The keys are in my pocket. I hadn't used that computer in an hour. The screen was still black. Why did it open? Malfunction? I don't know. I'm pretty sure they make registers to not open by themselves. Again, I told my manager, and he actually seemed weirded out by that. The bottle he kind of ignored, but the register opening on its own, even he knows that that doesn't happen. It had no reason to happen, and it was one of the weirdest things that I've had happen to me in a long time. So, to be continued on that. Again, all of this happened in one night, tonight. So, maybe as we go through the month, more things will happen. We're coming up on Mother's Day, and that is the busiest day, so maybe it'll gain a little energy from that. I will keep you updated. Subscribe if you already haven't. Thank you to everybody who already has, and whoever is just watching this. I love you guys so much. Subscribe so you can see every time something scary happens to me, because apparently it happens all the time. And I will scare you in the next video.